it's me, Trader Max here from the Shogun Gunsho here on the January 25th, 2025. January is almost out. We are here on our show, on our Saturday show, and our show today is sponsored by Capsule. So Capsule's here today, and we're going to be coming out and meeting everybody else. You're here on the Gun Show, and we have such a momentous show about to happen today. So you guys better be prepared. There's a lot of great panelists here today, and we're going to kind of jump down through them. But I want to say thanks to Mr. Crypto Quinton for being here with us today and helping us run the show. How you doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic, sir. Thank you for having me. I love this place. I love this space. I love all the communities that come into here. Just super happy to be here.
Absolutely. We got, I think everybody, we should still, because did leave. Okay. So he'll be coming back up again. But we have Pepe Cola here today. How you doing, buddy?
Great. Honored to be here. This is awesome. I can't wait to get this thing started.
Absolutely. We got Luke, our sponsor from Capsule. Did you get your coffee?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Max. Thanks for being here.
No worries. And then we got Because. Where did his face go? I don't know what happened to his face, but his face was there. You there, B? He's still working it out. Like I said, this stuff happens. And of course, last but not least, we got Kev the Dev from Hody. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great, man. I'm really excited to be here and chat with all you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We have a little bit of history, well, one-sided history and restraining order possibly pending. But major fanboy. I've been watching your videos for a very long time, and it was your videos that started me in this journey. Not all for you, but man, a really big proponent of you. My partners of all, loved all the content you have. You have such a professional and honest look and an empathetic process. So, we really do appreciate you here. It makes us feel even more valid that you've seen us be here and trust that you'll be with us here as well. As the show goes in. So thanks again for being here.
Absolutely, man.
All right. So how the show works today, we have the chill, and we have the alpha. And what this does is in the chill portion, we're going to bring up some of our friends that came in with us that we've asked our outreach team to reach out. Now, remember, the Shogun is all about getting exposure and talking to as many people out there as possible in this space. We're going to bring some shillers up from the bottom where they're going to be talking about their coin. You got about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to try to be very, very lenient on time, but also I'm going to be talking to you as well. This isn't a one-sided conversation where you're just going to come out and vomit all over the place. I want you to come in, and if I see something, we're going to be sharing our screen too from some of your stuff. If you feel you can share your screen, please do. But if you feel that you need some help with that, I can take over. Also, if you're watching out there, we are in so many places. We are in Shogun Cryptos, the Trader Max stuff, Capsule Crypto is going to be there. We're streaming everywhere. If you kind of look in, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot and show you exactly what it looks like from the very beginning. Hang on one second. Where'd that come in at? See, this is what happens. This is live. I apologize. There it is. I found you. You get that one little thing that comes up and just knocks you in. All right. Let me share that screen with you so you can see it. 1 second. Can you guys see the screen? Okay. Here. Well, and there. So you can see right. Oh, no, it didn't do it. It's so weird. Let me try it again. There. Right there. There. Now you see it. Okay, good. But you can see we have so many people streaming this out to your streams, to their particular streams in here, and we're already at 130 something people, and we're not firing off in 4. We've been live for 5 minutes, so there's a lot of people that are coming. If you're watching in one of these streams, either on Kev the Dev or in Capsule Crypto on his YouTube channel or any one of the Twitters, make sure that you are in there and you can chat. Get those emojis going. We'll see them here. We'll share them on the screen here just like that, which is absolutely awesome. Kevin the building, absolutely. So make sure that you share as much as possible out there. Get this thing out there to everywhere you can possibly get it to. Share it in your TG. Get your people on. Get those emojis up there and help us expose this process to the regular world. Not that we're not regular, but pretty damn close. All right. We got Mr. Amos in here a little bit late than never, I guess. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Sorry, somebody forgot to send me the link. So
I have
Oh,
no
yeah, I
clue
gotta-
who that would be.
That could have been somebody. Who knows? Right. All right, but we also got Pepe Kolik here. We have a lot of great people. So our first up, because we're going to be going right down through the sponsor. So remember, in the chill portion, keep it short, keep it fun, keep it happy. We're going to be talking about in our chill portion today all about the security of crypto at these levels. And we got some great panelists here to talk about that, Kev being one of them, myself being another, others that have experiences and what you would look out for as in the chill portion of this. In the alpha, remember, we're going to be here for the alpha side. So you can hear some great stuff from us, as well as some of our other people here and our sponsor from Capsule as well. But let's get started right off the bat. We're going to bring up the first person that's been sitting here for a little while. Where'd they go? We had Pug, right? Is that who it was?
Yes, I think he just popped back in here.
Oh, he's back there. Let's see if he's here. Pug, you here?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we sure can. How you doing
I
today?
came back in through my desktop instead of my phone so my TikTok viewers could view.
Okay, that's cool. That's a good idea. So you can come out right now. So we have, you still there?
There you go. His mic disconnected.
Sorry, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can sure hear you.
Sorry about that.
I'm going to share my screen with your stuff on it. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to drag it over there. There you go. That's a good looking Pug, baby. That's a good looking Pug.
Let's go.
All right. So it's your time in the hot seat, man. Let's go. What do you got?
Okay, so we started this pug community on TikTok. All right. My best friend has a pug. I know the dog narrative is always strong in crypto. So I started my own project one day, and then a couple days later, I started streaming it on TikTok. And it's been about a little over a month now. We've grown like a really cool community that plays games together. We do all sorts of activities on TikTok Live to get more engagement and more viewers. And it's been just so fun. I'm just having the best time doing it. And we have a really strong community. We're launching NFTs. We're growing with our live streams. Like our people are stepping up within our community. They're starting live streams. We're just branding and growing our brand. And I found out about you guys through Pilf the other day. So shout out to Pilf.
Oh, there you go, Pilf, the penguin I like to make friends with.
Yeah, she's
That's the PG version of it, I guess. I love it. I love the website. Very clean, very quick, super easy. Now, what about the coin? So you say you play games together. What kind of games do you normally play together?
We have a trivia thing where we'll do different things, not crypto related things necessarily, but like sports, music, different stuff like that. And then the winners will receive airdrops from me, whether it be an NFT, a small bag of pug. We've been incorporating the wheel of names. I don't know if you know that. It's like a wheel that spins. So we've been doing giveaways with that recently. And it's just been people are really just having a good time with it.
That's awesome.
Thank you so
a
much.
good market cap value of 143,000. Nice. So is this a particular type of coin that your liquidity is not showing?
Are you on the Radium listing or Meteora?
Oh, I might. Oh, you're on Meteora. Okay,
We're on both. We actually have a small Radium listing with just liquidity pools that we've gathered together as a community, but our locked liquidity is on Meteora.
Absolutely, that's cool. I don't have a link to that here, and I do apologize. Maybe you should have had that, but
that's okay.
We can definitely find it. If you want to send it over during the time, we can talk about it as well.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that.
So, dude, great show. Appreciate it. Do you have any alpha or anything you want to talk about? Anything that's coming out?
Well, I'm trying to incorporate an AI agent into the Telegram. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been new to Telegram, so all this stuff with bots and stuff has just blown me away, and I'm like learning so much every day about it. So I've been in some other people's Telegrams where they have really cool AI agents. So I have a big idea of building basically a pet pug AI agent, kind of like a Tamagotchi from back in the day, but into Telegram. Yeah. That can also give you information on the project and just everyday stuff as well. All
right. And of course, it's going to come in. It's going to shit on my floor. I know it's going to. It's just going to poop, and it's going to poop right on my floor.
I might have to incorporate that.
It'll be fun. A cleanup version of it. That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Well, that's how it's done. Thank you very much for being here today, buddy. I appreciate you very much. I want you, because everything that we're going to send you over a link to exactly where you shilled into this position with all your stuff on our YouTube account, as well as on our Twitter account. It'll be going out to all of our viewers and all of our people there. And all the replays that'll be here as well. But so stick around. If we have time, we can come bring you back out again. Or if, get your people over and watch the show and be a part of it, share it wherever you can.
Awesome. Thank you so much again. I'm a big fan, man. You carry this so well. It's amazing to see.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That does me very well. There's a lot of great stuff that's coming for everybody here. So thanks again, Pug, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's how it works. That's our first chiller off with Pug. Make sure you check them out. I love the website. I love anything that's around the animal version. Like mine is cat. I'm a panther. Hint, hint, Kev. I love cats. So big process here for me with the Pug, because we also have a dog here in the house. I love dogs as well. Not as much as cats now, but just as much. All right, so that's how it's done. Mr. Quinton, who is up next?
So up next, we have Raymond down below, who is here for Tracky Coin.
No. We can't have Raymond. That wouldn't be the Raymond that I know from Tracky.
Hey, Max.
There's a face to it. You have a face?
Of course, my man. How you doing?
Holy crap. I've known you for how long and I've never seen your face. Good job, buddy. How are you doing?
I hope it doesn't scare you too much, my face.
No. Just trust me. We all have a face for radio. But listen, you have been with us at Shogun now from the beginning of our pink sale all the way to this point. Your bot has been in our stuff back and forth. I love it. You are such a welcome, a new face into this process. So thanks for being here today. So let us know, let everybody else know what Tracky is and who you are and what you're doing.
All right, yes. So what Tracky Bot is, we have a bot for Telegram. And basically what it does, it is tracking your favorite tokens on the Solana and the base chain. So if you have a token project or just a regular crypto group and you want to give some value to your members, then you can set up a bot for free. Mm-hmm. And if you want, you can go premium and then you can track up to 25 tokens. We also have the premium feature to auto post to X. So if you have notifications when spikes going up, your price is going up, then you can also post it automatically to X. Our newest feature is almost ready. We have one little issue that needs to be fixed. Where me and the dev, you know him, King Ahab, we're gonna check it out tomorrow. And basically, what it does when your all-time high is crushed, it will give you a notification. And we have made it like on the image, just like a buy bot, you set an image, and we figured out how to make an overlay with your token name and the market cap over that image, the image that you have put in. So every time the market cap will change on that image.
Well worth the 0.1 SOL, trust me. If it's in there, having all the extra features in there for that 0.1 SOL is amazing.
Yeah, and we keep developing it. We also have our NFTs. They're coming out next month, the 22nd.
Cool.
And we're gonna revamp our advertisement platform. We're not happy with it yet, so we're gonna revamp it completely. It will take some months to develop. But with the NFTs, you can get a revenue share with it. So we're gonna make also a staking platform for it, and 20% of our revenue will go to the NFT holders, and of course the token holders. We do not forget you. You can get a free NFT if you hold 2.5 million Tracky, and if you have 1 million Tracky, you can mint for half the price. And also the token holders will get their revenue share when we have the advertisement platform live.
Right. Now, did you update your website? Is that new?
No, we only revamped our Tracky itself. Mm-hmm. We wanted it more memeable, more brandable. Mm-hmm. So we revamped Tracky, the bot itself.
Right. The barrier of entry, very low. Get in there, get some coin. I have some. I vested in the Tracky when we first started. In fact, when we first met, you were on Pump Fund, struggling severely at that point.
Yeah.
Which we were, because you were on Pump Fund for a long time.
And then we had a good talk.
Yeah, we had a very good talk. Be like, listen, I've learned some stuff. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of that stuff that we were talking about in the beginning is from the guy that's over there, Kev, from his YouTube channel and stuff that I've watched. But in your case, it was organize your stuff, get in the pink sale, get it out there because it's probably easier for you. And you did. And look where you're at now. You got your stuff stabled. It's on Radium. It's in stable. You are like, listen, this panel, this channel that you're in is so strong. And now that you're in this uptrend slowly, I know it's only sitting at 16, but you never really focused on the coin as much as you did on all your product and your system. So I appreciate what you've done.
Yeah, thanks. We just keep developing it and make the best product as possible. And another
Absolutely.
thing, of course, we're gonna implement Shogun next. Let's not forget that.
Shameless plug there, buddy. I appreciate you. But
We're gonna
Shogun X,
implement the Shogun X also in our bot. So
we just punched it. We just punched beta out yesterday, and we're dealing with a lot of stuff from BigQuery and a lot of things happening. We'll talk about that more later.
yeah,
But
awesome.
this is your time now. Listen, so great to have you here today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having
you're
us.
always in doing everything with us. I appreciate you very much. Filling that spot.
Awesome. And thanks for having us.
You're welcome. All right. That's basically how it's done, everybody. We have some really great friends in this industry, and we just have such a pleasure to be dealing with all of them. Raymond over at Tracky has such a history with us at Shogun. He wears that seal of approval very high because he had to validate a lot of stuff that he's doing. We wanted to make sure that he was, everybody's got a bot. Everybody and their mother's got a bot nowadays. We wanted to make sure. So as we've gotten through our sponsor, which is Capsule, we talked a little bit. We did a behind the scenes, a backstage interview, and we're going to be releasing that as soon as the show's done. We'll release that in about 2 hours after the show is done. So make sure that you watch that. But we have Capsule here today as our sponsor. Make sure that you check their website out. We're going to be showing that here during our Shill and Chill time as well as our Alpha series. But one of the people that, and I'm going to let everybody know, yes, this is more of a fanboy thing, right? And I want to make sure I'm responsible for his time. But Kev the Dev was somebody that when I first looked at getting into, this is 6-7 months ago, my little brother, Crypto Memer 77, wrote me and said, "Hey, you ever hear of a meme coin?" I was like, "No." Don't want to know. I was in Forex for 20 something years. I was like, nope, don't care about, scammy little crypto coins. Even though that I was in Bitcoin and I faded the biggest story, 4,400 Bitcoin mined over a period of time, sold for a couple of dollars. And that's how old I am. Yeah. Right. So beginning. But now we're at this point where I was looking for something. So what did I do? King of Google I am. I went out and I started searching. Of course, the first videos I seen were some scammy people out there, of course. But then I ran along Kev the Dev's Hodie coin explanations of TGs and all that stuff. And one thing that I knew that I had to do immediately, and I'm really pumping his hat here, is that I not just had to act as if, I had to be as if, right? To be real, to be empathetic, to be understanding. And education is key. And I've always had that. I've done thousands of videos on education. But when I watched Kev's stuff, I knew immediately that this guy had something. And yes, I would probably want to go join him, but I was really in the mode like I wanted to build something for myself as well and bring my world into this. And we did. So we emulated you a lot. Kev, thank you very much for being here. This is, you can come out now if you want, and we can start to talk about, we do 2 shills and then we bring on one of our panelists. And I wanted to make sure I was weary of your time, and I really appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, I'm going to be hanging out, so I appreciate the concern for time, but
cool.
Man, I'm thrilled to be here with everyone and kind of hearing what they've been working on, because building the stuff is so much fun. And so I'm really glad that you went on your own journey and took a little bit of inspiration from, what I've been posting and my own journey, which I'll be sharing in a second.
Yeah.
And started your own thing. And imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So
Right.
It's all good.
Well, there's one part imitation and one part like I knew what I liked about what you were building, and the characters, the whole thing. I was like, that's what I want, but he's doing his thing, and I don't want to just like go in and be a part of your thing. I wanted to, but I knew like there was a lot of stuff happening, and I wanted to be able to cut my teeth and build my presence. I didn't want to reach out to and be like that fanboy, like, hey, can I come and join? It was like I wanted to build my own network and love, and at every step of the way. And like last week when your rep came and was on the show, I was like, there's no way that's them. And boy, it was just an accumulation of everything that we have that's sort of, you made it valid for me now to say, okay, Max, I think you got into a point where people are paying attention, and I do appreciate you taking the time to be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, quick shout out to Joseph. He's on our team. He was the one that was here a few shows ago. So he's the catalyst, and he is one of the big reasons that I'm here now. So
cool.
Props to you, Joseph, if you're watching this, which I think you are.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do there and what your goals are and what Hodie is and how it started?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the kind of 1-2 punch. If you've never heard of my project, the ticker is Hodie, Cat in Hoodie, which was a project I launched almost 9-10 months ago now. And in crypto age, I think we're about 104, it seems.
Yeah.
At any rate, Hody is the first character in a larger series called the Cat Cartel, which we're building out, which is going to feature essentially 5 cat characters over a series of time that get unlocked as Hody, the first coin, hits a market cap milestone. We'll release the next one and kind of build out the entire cat cartel as we go from there. Now, I'm excited to say, as it stands right now, we are still sub a $1 million market cap at last glance. I think we're right around $620,000 of a market cap today, like moments ago, with an all-time high, I believe, right around 3.2 million. So we've had pretty steady, growth up and down like most coins do here in crypto. But, the community has really rallied together. We have what we call lieutenants, which are holders with 1 million or more tokens. We have about 40 of them or so. And then we have our Kingpin group, which holds about over 5 million tokens. And I believe we probably have like about half, maybe 15 of those. And let me tell you, these are some of the people in our community that have been instrumental to our success. And that's all to say that if you are Kingpin or you're Lieutenant and you've been, really helping push this coin, it's really the community that makes the biggest difference in any sort of project. So, I would not be sitting here talking to you without them, and I wouldn't be as motivated as I am without them.
That is amazing. Again, this is a big undertaking, right? When I look at the chart, because I've been in the industry for so long, I don't, the pullback and all that kind of stuff that you normally talk about in a network like this is inevitable, right? But the problem is like most coins, if you can kind of see, you have a working channel that happens here, and then you get really, I won't say overvaluated, but I think there's a substance of building. You have built such a history of your coin, where you want it to go and what your mentality is behind it, that these pullbacks are only a part for you to work more and get more stuff organized and put out there. And that's from what I just hit the wrong button. I'm sorry about that. But at that process where you're building your network here, there's so much growth opportunity here for you in that coin, because as far as I'm concerned, that chart is not representative to your community and who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying so. And the approach that I've had with building this project is one, I'm not in it for the hype, quick pump and dump. The idea here, and part of the early alpha, which I'll share, is we've built and released a foundational game for the iOS platform, which was launched a few weeks ago, very softly. We're just getting close to launching the Android version. And the whole intention is like, we're really riding this narrative, which hasn't been talked about outwardly quite as much. But, really railing against all of the scams, which I know we're going to talk about, later on this live. But building a narrative to help, teach people about how not to get scammed, what to look for, and basically kind of create the anti-hero, which is Hody and his crew, to fight against these scammers. So I'm excited to build in fun mechanisms like the game, which we can actually go out and market legitimately in other channels to bring in either people that are tangentially related to crypto gaming, or even bring in new people to crypto and help them find safe projects and build the brand that is the Cat Cartel and Hody. So it's been fun. I'm a developer, I'm a builder, and I'm just having the time of my life, man.
So do you go to Builders Anonymous like I do every once in a while? You got to stand on the chair. I get stuck behind it.
Oh man, I'm the worst. I'm like, squirrel. I gotta build that. Squirrel.
Oh yeah. Now that squirrel has a house that looks next to the bird that I just built. So absolutely awesome. I love the fact that we're cut from the same cloth of that mentality of building game structure. You see the relationship in multiple different venues. Like we have this concept with our game. We built a small little game. I did a game jam on Sunday, built like an 8-hour game, just like a little coin drop thing. But we're building, and the underlying stuff is that we have a very large Unreal Engine AAA kind of mentality there, with a character creator for our PFPs that you see out and about, are able to be built in the game, which is amazing, which we'll talk about in our stuff. But I love the fact that you went with iOS first, right? Because Android was giving you issues.
No, it's not necessarily Android was giving us issues. It's more of a matter of, being able to, build, get a foundational app that's great, get some feedback, fix a few things, and then, launch on an Android version. Also, I mean, let's be honest, man, like meme coins, anything in crypto is about, hype and speculation. So there's a little bit of a run up when we were about to release the iOS version. We're going to make that even better. More speculation for Android, build on top of the community and our players there. And we just keep going. So that's kind of how I've approached this.
And that's amazing because, there's somebody I met in my house, my life, another little fanboy mentality is I met Stephen King. And when I talked to him about his writing, because I was releasing things in my world, I said, how many books do you have? And he goes, I have about 35 at all times sitting there. I don't release them all because I would flood the market. But in this industry of you releasing bits and pieces of the next version at these levels, this is what's going to solidify that floor for you. So you may be only at 600,000 right now, but that all-time high is not representative of where you're going. You're stair-stepping now. You had like a big push, pull back, build, structure, found it, and then push it up more. And every new thing you come out, very, very smart. Love the long-term effect. And this is why I think I'm such a big fanboy for you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
All right. We're going to be able to come out here in a little bit too and talk in the chill portion about security and just a scam portion of this. I love the fact that he's a scam fighter. All of our Shogun butt fight bugs. He's fighting the actual people, which I love, right? So it's all good. All right. Thank you so much, Kev, for telling us about Hody. Well, I want to hear a lot more as we get into the alpha side too with the game.
Absolutely.
And that are going on. All right, Mr. Quinton, who is up next in the chill portion from down below?
So we got one more person.
Wait, one more thing. I just got to let everybody know because we normally do this. Like I'm trying to keep proper everybody's time. Usually about the first half an hour, we're usually probably about 300 or 400 people. Right now, we're going to do a little station identification as well as a viewer count. And let's take it right now. 700. We just pierced 700 people. So that's super amazing. We really appreciate it. But we have this huge network. Let me pop this in here. You'll be able to see it. Right over in the corner there. Now, we got this little game that we play here, right? We're going to see who's got the most. Unfortunately, Shogun Cryptos, I think we stacked the deck. I don't know if we treated a little bit. Who knows? No, we got Shogun Cryptos leading off with 215. Capsule is kicking butt in there, 178. Mr. Trader Max's little X channel is doing all right, whatever. But Pepe Cola, 94. Kev the Dev, you see, listen, one thing that I've seen, and I know you got a lot of people over on YouTube. I feel like we're being like, I won't say shadow banned or whatever, but there's something happened over on YouTube that we're not getting the greatest version over there. Because all of them, even Capsule Crypto hitting only with 17, there's got to be some sort of thing with StreamYards or YouTube not liking us at the moment or something. I don't know. We got to investigate that more because I know Kev has a lot of people over there in that network. Because with the future, he's over in X as well with 69. But we have some great numbers happening. We usually look at this and think, we should be hitting between 2,800 and about 3,000 people today as we take this into the next level. But I just wanted to give everybody a little heads up. 735 people watching the show consecutively. Make sure inside the room that you're in, whether you're on whoever X you're on or whoever YouTube channel you're watching, make sure that you are watching and making comments in there. Get your telegrams in there. Get people commenting. Say their favorite thing that you're watching. Comment to what they're saying. There's so many things in there that you can do so we can get that. There's a cat cartel right there. Cryptometer 77. That's one of our people here as well. We appreciate you. All right. So, Mr. Quinton, who you got?
So we got one more person for this next one. We got Stu Kwan here for Quacky.
Quacky? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Let me bring him up. Stu Kwan, how you doing today?
Hello. It's Quaky. Everybody keeps calling it Quacky.
I'm
Quacky.
sorry. That's right. There's no C in it, Mr. Quinton.
Yeah, it's Quaky.
Sorry about that, man. Are you going to be okay driving and talking on the phone? And I know your hands free, but
I'm hands free. I'm almost home. I'm literally 3 minutes from my house. I had to drop the wife off. Wife getting hair done. I got to get ready. We have an event at 5 o'clock. I got to get equipment set up for, because we do a lot of IRL as well. We're preparing for our gaming tournament next Thursday with Redman in the city with Crypto Cam and his camp. So Quakey's gonna be in the house debuting the game. But big shout to you guys, man. Thank you so much for having me here, man. Crypto Shogun.
My pleasure.
You guys are amazing. I used the app already. I gotta get a little more knowledge on how to run it more efficiently. But yeah, I've tried it out already, and definitely got results from it. We just here, Quakey. Like what big shout to the projects that was before this, the Tracky and another project I heard. I love what they're doing. I like the way that the dev team now, everybody's taking the opportunity to start building something, and no more just hype spaces anymore, hype projects. Like people are putting to the pressure now. And that's when I came into this game. So my name is Stu Kwan. I am the co-founder and the first investor of Block Quake Exchange out of New York that's about to launch. The CEO of our exchange, Antonio Brass, which is a friend of mine for over 16 years before I invested. He's basically writing. He wrote the first draft of the crypto bill that's about to come out on the crypto floor.
Oh, wow.
So our CEO helped write that bill with Philip Ramos and District Council 6, and that will be put up to the floor right now. We're waiting for the last investments of Blockquake to launch the exchange, and we're coming out of New York. So New York's the strongest regulated city. Like I still can't even buy certain crypto out here. So being able to launch out of New York will be big. I'm going to be real brief. Just Quakey is basically the coin that's going to be exchange. If you hold Quakey tokens, you can save up to 50% discount on trading fees, up to 50%, depending on how much you hold. So amount of tokens. So we decided when the exchange, since I'm one of the co-founders, decided to support Quakey fully. I just took it in my responsibility to, to onboard my family first. I onboarded my family, my friends, because I know what we're about to do. And then I'm just trying to plug people in as fast as they can. So before this news get out there, we are so small right now. We're sitting at under 100,000, probably like 90,000 market cap. We've been out for over 10 months. We already got 2 games out in the one game in the App Store, 1 game coming out in the iOS Store. We got an NFT project out right now. We already did over 7 IRL events, and we got another one coming up next week. We just got started. We just got started. We're about to build something big. We're about to take take Quakey into the educational system. We're working on something in the back end, creating a financial ecosystem for schools on that end. But we also, on top of that, we are using the games. All our NFTs, 30% of the Quakey on the Rise NFT goes back into the Quakey ecosystem. So which means when we sell out that collection, it's only 100 collection PFP, one of one. When we sell that out, 30% goes, that Solana buys Quakey and gets distributed to the 100 holders. So of that NFT, on top of the other benefits. But we make sure that everything we put out has to pump the charts into Quakey. It has to buy new Quakey tokens. It has to move Quakey. So as far as doing the games, doing the IRL events, the virtual events, attending Nifty Island, special events there, from the exchange holding for trading fees. Those are mechanisms that we have in place right now. And on top of that, physical, we're doing like a physical board game and a physical card game that's going to have AR aspects to it, and also AR merch. I don't even know, man. We're just trying to build everything, man. I'm looking at everything and trying to build whatever that I think that has value to the ecosystem of Quakey.
Right. Well, welcome, Stu Kwan, to Builders Anonymous. You're going to be part of our chapter now. It's me, Kev, and a handful of others. We're gonna get our coin. The problem is when they give you a coin in Builders Anonymous, you go make an actual coin with it later. So I don't know what's going to happen. You got to be careful what you tell people here, because you'll just go start building stuff. But I love the fact that you have so many ideas and so many things coming.
I'm you know what they say, that a successful person is a good thief. I'm not saying I steal, but I do get good ideas from people out there that has big dreams, and I try to bring that to life. And I try to put action behind it, and everything we're doing. Just for everybody to know, I don't own Quakey. I bought my own tokens. My son owns tokens. Geo bought his own tokens, but we all voluntarily build on top of this ecosystem. So like every team member has a responsibility. They're building something that's going to generate. So we're all doing it our part voluntarily, and we're here for the cause because we know with the exchange coming out that this coin is just it has to go up. There's no other way to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it takes, what do they say? It just takes a few good people to not do something for the world of evil to take over. And when we're building, we have so many positive builders and people that are really looking to make a change. Even for us at Shogun, yes, we came out with a volume bot. One was already out. We don't look at competition, but I asked hundreds of coins, what do you do? What are you looking for in a volume bot? When they told me, like, we need to have keys to our wallet, we want to be able to control the time, the upfront costs are so much. So we did it transactionally instead of upfront. We did everything like the competition didn't. That's what we focused on. And what you're doing as well is you're finding, the exchange, the mentality, and like with Kev and everybody else that are here, builders, even Capsule, building things like we want to see out there that are real, not just, and I've seen it in your video just recently, and I got to make comment to it, Kev, the hopium, right? That's the mentality that's out there. But I think what we have done is that we have stopped selling sizzle, and now we're selling steak. And that's the real important power for all of you. So Stu Kwan, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
Sorry we missed you last week with everything that was going on, or the other day. I couldn't bring you out because it was so late into the game and it wouldn't have been fair to everybody, but I'm glad you got a chance to be here today.
I appreciate it. It's definitely been a pleasure, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Make sure you watch out for our, we're going to be sending you over some stuff. Your rep's going to send you over all the stuff for the site and the systems. Your little part in here for the show we'll have isolated, but thanks a lot for being here today again. And I'm glad you made it. You made it home, right? You stopped driving. You're safe now.
I am. I just got home. I got to load up for the event, man. I'm always on a run, man. It's just crazy.
You IRLers, man! I swear to God, I don't know how you do it. I'm a
DJ. I'm a professional DJ.
There you go.
I run a DJ entertainment company for almost 17 years. I'm a professional DJ, and this is all I do, and then everything else on the back end. But I don't work 9 to 5, man. I'm a boss, man, for almost 17 years.
There you go.
And I love it.
There you go. Been doing this now for almost 20 years, being by myself. So I feel your pain. I feel your love. Was in radio for so many years, man. Know your pain about going to events, but I said, I'm going to stay home now. I like my office. All right, buddy. Thank you so much for being here.
Have a good one.
You too, brother. That's how it's done as well. Appreciate Quacky. I call it Quacky. Why did I call it Quacky? Well, because one, Quentin called it Quacky, but the other is because I went there the other day and I saw the duck and it stuck in my head for some reason. So Quacky without the C. All right. So, Mr. Quinton, who do we got next up in the second seat there? And if anybody, we bring up another panelist.
Yeah. So what we got, actually, we don't have any more shillers. So you want to bring up another panelist?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, let's just take a quick second. We're approaching vastly quickly to 867 viewers in. We're going to bring up another panelist in here, see if we can hit 900 in that point, maybe even 1,000. Come on, people, get your people out there, get them in, saying hello inside your streams, get some action in there, and again, here's the thing. This is all about being able to share this system that is out there. This is a very unique process. You're going to see it a lot. Jupiter uses it. A lot of other people use it. But we have the API stuff that behind the scenes where we promote it and push it out to. Please make sure that you share this out as many places as you can to get the world into your TG or your Twitter account and get people moving in there. This is about building your stuff. Make sure that you go to the sponsor for today, which is Capsule. And like and share all their stuff as well. They paid to be here, but they also have put time in shilling their stuff for you guys as well. So they're sharing it through their streams. And of course, with Kev the Dev and Because from Sanchan over there, we'll get everything going on. All right, Mr. Quincy. So if that's all of them down there, let's bring up, who do we got next? We got Because from the Sanchan.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me here. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, buddy.
So, quick scoop about Sanchan. We are a CTO, almost a month old. We don't have a dev, but oddly enough, the team ended up tracking down Kantaro. And he's Kantaro the Japan walker. He's walking around, going viral. sharing videos with his Shiba Inu puppy.
Oh,
And
cute.
we tracked him down, and we actually have an official partnership with him now. So he's starting to share our links and everything through his link tree. You can check out his Instagram. He broke 900,000 followers today, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Going absolutely viral. One of the most wholesome people that I've ever come into contact with, and really that's what drew me to the project. We put aside 3% of the token for him. He showed up in our Telegram, and he's vowed to donate his entire bag to charities over the next 10 years. So we're not a short-term project. We're here. We're going to watch Sanchan grow. We're going to watch Kantaro continue to spread positivity all around the world. We're not going anywhere. We're going to start making weekly donations. We're going to be sharing all that information inside of our Telegram. Super excited about the project. Super excited to be here. And really excited about the positivity that everyone is really trying to push out with this.
Absolutely. Well, I love that. You know, it's a whole traveling story, right? And being that you're a CTO, you're like a story behind a story behind a story, right? The original dev not being there anymore, but you guys taking up the torch and running it through the finish line here, and exposing this story of this great traveler around with his puppy. It's amazing. I love seeing it.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome seeing everything that the team's been able to accomplish over just the last month. You know, it took a donation to Kantaro to get his attention. We got his attention. He started looking and reviewing the team before he decided to partner with us.
Yeah.
Everything that he looked into, he was happy with. So we're all very happy to be carrying this forward together.
That is awesome. Seeing some great action, some lots of volume happening through the system here, which is awesome. And I'm glad to see this thing being in that expression. I don't look at up or down anymore. I just look at, you know, where's the value of the community and the TG and everything else you guys got building on, man. You guys got a lot to offer as you come out. I appreciate you being here today and being one of the panelists.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for the invite. And I do want to throw out, this is the first time that we have actually streamed. So I'm super excited that we've got 79 viewers right now. Really, really pumped about the community showing up and being here to support.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? This is something that's important, that, you know, finding new ways to get the information out. And by the way, you don't have 79, you have 80 now. You know, so you're growing, you're getting all-time highs now. So for the first time out of the box, man, congratulations. This is a new way to do things. We will be putting out some videos on about how to get into StreamYards and do all that stuff. Of course, everybody's like, try to keep it secret. No, there's no secret to this. This is the world, right? We're sitting at 922 visitors right now. These are live people watching, and you're watching the Shogun Gunsho with myself, Trader Max, Amos, Crypto Quinton. We got Kev the Dev here. We got Luke the Dev here now in the process. We got Because. We got so many great coins. Pepe Colo. Get so many great opportunities here to see this world happening. You know, when I first met, you know, the people in my life to bring them into my coin that we have, and I was watching Kev's show stuff, and so I knew if one person can do it and they can seem real, then I could do it. And it's that proof is in the pudding is in the eating, as they say. And if you can kind of keep your head on straight, because as addicted Builders Anonymous, as all of you are in this world, you sometimes forget what you have to build. And sometimes you got to build the broken birdhouse before you build the mansion, right? Because these things give you experience. They give you tenature. They give you that mentality that, all right, I know how to use a hammer now. Or I like a saying that I don't care which way the river bends, I know how to swim, right? And if it gets too dry, I know how to walk. And if a big flood starts to come, I know how to run, you know? So there is all these things that we try to put out in the world that are helping you build, and exposure is one of them. Exposure for the great things that we're doing here for the show and for all of you. Yes, we do have our reason why we're here, because we want exposure for ourselves as well. And what better way is to align yourself with others that think just like you. So if you're watching the show and you want to be a part of the show, head over to shoguncryptos.com, hit on our little spacious link up there for the gun show and fill in for your sponsorship, or it's very low expensive stuff. So it's not very expensive at all. And with our new stuff coming out, you're going to even have a chance to even save even more money with it. All right. Sanchin, thank you so much for being here today and being a part, because I really do appreciate you kind of cutting through some of this stuff. I know it was tough. We're going to try to get you back in so you can get in and doing other things as well. But I appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'll be here.
Great. All right. So we're getting close to that midline. We still got to hear from our sponsor. And Mr. Quinton, who else do we have down below? We have any other shillers that came in last second?
Not that I noticed, not as right now. I know I was told that we have Aerosol that will probably be late, but I don't know how late he's going to be.
Okay. Well, too late, and we got to talk about, giving them the old big old kick in the head, because we don't like late too much. But all right. So if that's we got what, so is that's all of the panelists except for the sponsor, right? We got everybody else.
You're missing the main deal, the main one.
So the sponsor, that's the only thing that we have. Right?
No, we did not get Pepe Cola yet.
Pepe Cola. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Look at that. I'm fired. I'm going to prison now. Pepe Cola, how you doing, buddy? Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Sorry about that. There's a lot of people. Listen, this ain't easy. Here, look. This is the sheet we're dealing with. Look at all these people, all these people coming through our system here. This ain't easy to do, but I appreciate you being patient with me. And
no problem. You're doing a great job, and thanks for having me up on this panel with you, Shogun. This is awesome.
No worries. All right, so let's smack this thing in the head. What do you got for us?
Okay, so just a quick introduction. Pepe Cola is a drink. First of all, okay. We're the blockchain beverage company, and we're based right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we just released our first in real life beverage called Pepe Cola on the Solana blockchain. It's a remake of the classic cola. Our first batch is the Foundation series, and it comes with a QR code on the can. So when you buy the drink, scan the QR code and download free.
Uh-oh. You still there? Quentin, can you still hear him?
No, sir.
I'm here.
Okay, there you go. There you go. He's back. You said Pepe Cola and you rugged out for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was I don't know where I was, but let me just go back.
There was the last thing I heard was a QR code on the can.
Yeah, there's a QR code on the can. So when you buy it, you just scan the QR code with your phone and download free Pepe Cola tokens. And these are reward tokens. So you get voting rights, discounts on purchases, and you're eligible for airdrops, and reallocated 10% of our entire supply just for those airdrops. Our goal is basically to put the food chain on a blockchain, and we're first starting with Pepe Cola.
Sorry, when people get these snappy little statements, I'm in advertising, so I love it. Putting the food chain on the blockchain. I dig it, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, everything's going to the blockchain. So this is a way to, this is the first opportunity in history for things to start from the bottom up instead of top down. And so we're front running the whole industry in regards to actually having a beverage and food and products, consumables on the blockchain.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard of the food chain on the blockchain mentality. I didn't even think about that. That is amazing that you have that out there. Crypto cookies on the way. Lapping it up.
That will be a thing. That will be a thing.
Yes, buy a cookie and get a coin kind of thing. That's absolutely wonderful. That's
what the big thing is, the reward system and loyalty programs. Most companies have them, whether it's your airline miles or a coupon that you're taking back to the store or whatever it may be, or you order your Starbucks coffee. That rewards and loyalty program is going to have to be upgraded into Web3, and all these companies. They really don't know how to do it yet, and we are the front runners in showing them and making the roadmap. And basically, we're the poster child on how to do this.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, that's amazing. I really love this opportunity here to see this. Now, I guess now I got to order some, and I got to get some, and we got to do like a taste test now, right? So are you able to stand up to that process for us, and maybe we do a little show for it?
Absolutely. One of our founders is a chef, and he was responsible for making sure the flavor was very palatable to very nice, smooth beverage for any palate.
Right.
So our drink is available in about 10 days. You can order from our website. It's on pepecola.me. Order it, grab a sip. Hey, hit us up on X and let us know how you like the flavors.
You got it, man. You stick with us because I know that you got some alpha coming out too, which I appreciate it. We're gonna be ordering some of this. I think we're gonna have to do a test and be on the front and everything else. So, and then we'll have to have you here because I want you to see a natural reaction as we open it up and do it. Okay.
There we go.
Giant says, "I love Pepe Cola." Awesome. You're getting all.
Hey, Kev the Dev, we got a 4-pack for you too, Kev.
He's gonna get you a case. we're gonna get some. What do they used to call that in the industry? I don't know, swag or what have you. We got to get some swag going on in this network. Get you some armor from Shogun and some things like that. Awesome, I appreciate it. But that's Pepe Cola, man. I'm really the brain. See, here's the problem, Kev. Here we are, Builders Anonymous, man. We're getting to this point where it's like. Now I want to build a restaurant. You're going to come to my restaurant. I owned a restaurant before called the Aaron Isle. Now we're going to have all of our food's going to have QR codes to it right on the menu. I think the salmon today. I just got 7 coins. I made $14 for eating dinner here. Thank you. Of course, the opposite is true. Get the Pepto-Bismol versions of this ready because it's coming. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody that's here today. And as just before we get in and have our sponsor come out, what a momentous occasion right here, right about halfway through the show. We're up to our first hour into the show. We're hitting here on the Shogun Gunsho. We are hitting our 1 hour period, and we're about to jump into our chill as soon as we do our sponsored by little show here for Capsule. But I wanted to let you all know we just hit 1,000 viewers. We're halfway through the show here. This is really kicking ass, taking names. Better than anything I've ever used before, which is absolutely wonderful. Let me share that screen with you right there. And as the list goes on, we got Shogun Cryptos 293. We got Capsule catching up with 249. Nice job. We got Pepe Cola with 162. Cat Cartel with 157. Man, rocking it over there. Kev the Dev and I over in Trader Max. Between us, I swear to God, I'm going to call up YouTube. I'm going to give them. Okay. We got Capsule Crypto outdoing us. We got some major happenings happening here. We got Because in there with his 83. Absolutely wonderful. All of it is part of it. You are all sharing history here in the making. Whew. Well, that's about half of the show so far, or a third of the show almost, right? But up next, we're going to be talking to our sponsor who has taken some time, taken their money, put it into the show. We then in turn, and you'll see it in a video that'll go out tonight, I'll be doing a vested coin read where I will invest live on that video into Capsule and show and read the history, the technical, and the fundamental analysis of Capsule. But until then, let's hear from our buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Max. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Luke. You are absolutely a breath of fresh air in this industry because as another, look at all these great builders that we brought in here, right? Mm-hmm. And then we're sitting here. There's a method to the madness, as they like to say. And you're just part of that, right? You got a great community coming in. There's so many people in the chat room. Can't thank you enough for being in here, making this thing work today. So why don't you give us a little history what Capsule is? I know that, and we talked in the interview, and so I want you to save some stuff that maybe wasn't in the interview for this portion of it. But it's more about your history now, and I know that everybody has that history of all right, I was in the industry, it was bad, but now you're making a difference. I really want to see and hear how you're making a difference here in this industry of the nastiness in there, and then we'll lead into our chill portion if you don't mind.
Yes, for sure. And Kev, I stole your name. I saw Kev the Dev. I was like, I'm going to put Luke the Dev there. So.
He did say imitation is best form of flattery.
True. It's good to see other developers here. So it's very good because I'll be honest, it has been hard to find other people, like-minded people as developers out there because it's a world full of rug pulls. So it's a fresh breath of air here and being here. So thank you.
Right on.
But Capsule, so beside the transparency, which people can see now, the track record, as you can see, if you analyze the chart, like we hit 6 million on our pump and dump attack, and nobody still sold, including myself. So transparency is it's our main key for this project. And we're having a lot of people that never trade crypto before. So that's why we have the education menu there, Max, that you asked before. So we put education on the website because I really want to teach people and show them, hey, how do you avoid the scams? How do you avoid, similar to Kev, but I want to teach people, educate people to go out there and make some money and do something good. So that's our motto. And beside that, the charity as well. As of right now, we have $30,000 for charity that people donated. Oh, wow. And that for me, it speaks for itself. Like the community loved that, you know, and it's not just money that's sitting there, it's money that is being used. As you can see in our video, one video in our TikTok has 57,000 views, over 10,000 comments, and I don't have time to go through one by one. But it is amazing that the people, they're truly believing, they can see the momentum, they can see the honesty, and they join our Telegram. I personally, I have a lot of testimony that people sent to me. Thank you for doing this, Lucas. Like, I'm going to put a testimonial on the website screenshot because they share their personal stuff, they share their lives, and it's truly amazing to see the community together for one goal, which is change the crypto world, the rug pulls, the schemes, the scams, and everything. So I'm really happy to be kind of leading that for my community. It's a lot of responsibility. I haven't slept more than 3 hours in the last 15 days.
That's another thing. Sleep deprived Anonymous is there too, right?
Because crypto is 24 hours. It's not like stock, you know, you close at 5, open at 8. It's literally 24 hours. So it is. I didn't think on that before I released that. You know, I was not very prepared on that area. But I'm thankful for the community and everybody's helping me.
Yeah, you definitely need to have good people behind you, you know, like from Joseph from Kev the Dev, the Hody Coin, others that will just go out and do. You don't even need to ask, really. When people really get in and they believe in what you're doing, you don't even need to ask. This is not something you can help direct and get them. But those that build and will be builders like us, the ones that lead the charge, the spearhead, we sometimes forget that the people behind us are there and they're not sleeping as well, right? Like you're giving them trust because they know you'll never stop building. And that's what you and Kev and others, because and others that are like in the real dev seat of this stuff. CTO leads have it hard too, you know, because they don't have the control like some of the devs do, you know. So they're doing this a lot with like their nails are gripping into the wall every night and going to bed wondering if the rest of the community is going to split on them and all that stuff. And I think what we've all created here, especially with you, Luke, and where you have gone and Kev and everybody else, is that peace of mind just for a moment. And in this industry, like I think you said, Kev, earlier, like the dog years mentality or cat years, if you will, of how long you've been in crypto. It's like a 1 to 50, you know, like every day in crypto is 50 days in real life almost.
Exactly.
And that scares the shit out of me, right? Because I'm only 22. And so I've been, no, I'm only kidding. But the world here is, it does age you, and it ages you in a way that you get a thick skin. You either get a thick skin or a worry heart. And both of them lead you into making bad decisions sometimes. So you do have to, as they say, trust plus verify. But I think there is a mentality that when people really see who you are, like man, you do such a great job emulating that in your videos. And Luke, you are such a responsible individual behind the scenes when we talk, just the way you talk and how you act. Most of you are. I don't get really any of those like, hey, everybody, let's go right now and buy me. You know, it's not. I don't meet coins like that. So we're attracting that, and you're attracting things, Kevin. So is Luke, and I see that in your communities as well.
Thank you.
All right. Speaking of which, 1,066 people watching the show right now here on the Shogun Gunsho. We're about to head over to our next portion. We did hit everybody, right? I think we hit everybody. Got everybody in there. Perfect. Good. First part of the show down. We're 1/3 of the way through. The next two parts go a little bit quicker, but we're going to be talking in our chill portion. Mr. Quentin, did you happen to get the banner up there, buddy? No.
I did make a banner inside of there.
You did.
If you have anything you want to add to it.
Okay, no, that'll do. How do you protect yourself against scammers, from scammers? That's it. That's basically it. That's the whole conversation. And why are we having this conversation today? There's just a lot of things. And I know that we can kind of go down the list here. And we're going to bring out the panelists and as well as our sponsor here and talk about how are you protecting, because there's a lot of people who are like, you got to protect yourself against rugs. And we could probably all guesstimate that the best way to protect yourself is education. But before that's brought out, what are some direct ways? And let's start with, I guess, who do we have up here that we can, let me pull down the system here this way, just like that. Let's see, do we still got because up here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Buddy, so how in your community do you battle the scammers and shammers that, because we get them all in our telegrams, right? We get them all in our telegrams. What is the most that in your world, are you still getting a lot of telegram fake bots and all that kind of stuff? What ways have you seen things, people try to come in and scam you?
We've actually recently started seeing like some radar pop-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll look almost like they're supposed to be our shills with links in them. Mm-hmm. And the best thing that we can do and that we try to do is make sure that we have admin or mod coverage around the clock just to get rid of that stuff as quickly as we can. Just any dead space without adult supervision basically right. can lead to people being taken advantage of. And we make sure and let our communities know multiple times a day, like no one from the team is going to message you. No one has any need for your seed phrase. Yeah. Don't be clicking on links. Don't trust anyone. I tell people, if I send you a message, don't trust me. I'm a liar.
Yeah. Well, if I can't say that because I do DM some of my team, but I will never ask for money. I will never ask for money. I won't ask for hookers in Singapore, and I won't ask for any of the other stuff out there. But I do message DM people, and people DM me, and I had to add people contracts, but there is a lot there. So yours is paying attention and having your team be vigilant and, always somebody watching the TG, right?
Absolutely. Being as present as we can. People are going to sneak through, but as long as there's not something sitting up there for 2 hours, then we're trying to do all that we can to keep our community safe. Just
validation.
Good. We want the community to know that we're trustworthy, and definitely just saving them from any outside scammers is about as good as we can do.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. You do have to have people that are watching, moderators, all that stuff. So a good thing is to have people covering your back. Awesome, because thank you so much. Who do we got else up here? Pepe Cola. Now you have you got to even worry more now because you have like a food source in your mentality, right? So your scammers might be knockoffs and other people, right?
Yeah, that's very possible, especially with us having a pull and reveal QR code on our can. We definitely had to take particular measures into account to make sure people don't scam the QR code to redeem more Pepe Cola tokens than what's allowed from the can. So that's why we use basically a dynamic QR code instead of the standards. So we can actually go in there and change the QR code locations at any point in time. Mm-hmm. So we definitely use some of those measures to avoid those instances. In regards to the Telegram, we choose not to engage, especially when somebody comes in saying, "Hey, we can pump your coin to 1,000x." My first thought is, why don't you have your own then? So, yeah, it's something to be concerned about, and I agree that is about education, and some of that education might come in regards to like experience. If you get scammed one time, oh boy, your spidey senses are now on point, and you start looking out for everything. And trials and tribulations is a real life learner.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And I appreciate that, holding people accountable. But most people that come in, if they start selling their wares, like first message, I just delete them. There's no reason to have them in there because the percentage of success of those are so low. I don't even bother with any of them. If somebody really wants to, like one of my jobs in the very beginning was to go out and as I was starting this was to introduce myself to people. And I would bring value by saying, you know, I would just like, I want to interview about the coin and what it is. Who can I talk to? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to interview because I wanted to build an interview with them. And I did. I built an interview. I put it on YouTube. I gave it to them. I showed them I had value. And then I would talk to them about what they needed. Those were things that worked for me. But I noticed that people now, they just come and be like, hey, I can get you the first, I can make this. There's nothing. So braggadocious out the door. I scammer hammer them like immediately at that point.
Yeah, and on the other side, just for the people that are actually legitimate, because there's a lot of legitimate people out there that want to be part of your system, your program, your project. Right. If I would advise them, if they want to be part of any project, get inside of the project. You know,
people.
Yeah, participate in the Telegram. Get to know who's in there. Get to know what project it is, and then with your activity, maybe the founders or the devs or even the mods will notice you, and you might just get an invite. So you guys set yourself apart because there are a lot of scammers out there, but simultaneously there's a lot of good people that can actually help and build, and you want those people on your team.
That's great advice, right? But the other is that there's an occasional 1%ers that will long-term run you as well. So I've seen a few of those come through our doors as well. But thank you so much for being there. Kev, what about you? I know you have a tremendous amount of experience with dealing with scammers and people that are out there. What are your best advices to protect yourself and the coins that are out there?
Yeah, man. So I can't emphasize enough, since we're all on Telegram all the time, to use two-factor authentication on your own account. Have a very cryptic password, only because, I mean, if you're experimenting with any sort of trading bots that are either connected to wallet, have any amount of your own tokens or Solana or whatever else, I've known a couple people who have had their Telegram accounts taken over, and then literally those wallets in there drained. So those were scary moments where I was like, oh man, like I got to take even that level of security really seriously.
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, because in Telegram, we have two major ones. We have the Anvil bot and the Tsunami bot. And we tell people your ID number is so powerful. Like if you don't share your ID number with anybody, because that's almost like a direct seed phrase to what you're doing for your wallets. But yeah, and we can't be responsible for everything, but please protect yourself. So again, education is a key factor.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing if you own a project, I highly encourage, if, let's just say you're on a Solana, utilize a wallet that you're not going to be regularly accessing. So for example, if you always have Phantom, that you're normally transacting with and buying coins, hold any other sort of like dev supply or locked up supply on another wallet that you're never going to be tempted to accidentally connect to some service as trustworthy as it may seem, because that's another great way to get your wallet drained. I've known a few people that have had that happen too as well. And so yeah, there's so many sneaky things that people are building to, like just steal from unsuspecting people like us that are well-intentioned.
We find that it's mostly greed. Like, and I'm not saying it's anybody's personally fault, but most of the people that I hear, I just seen this airdrop that I clicked on, and somebody sent me a coin, and then my wallet's drained. Well, somebody sent you something for free. Normally at that point, you got to really trust, verify before you accept anything. Don't look at it. Stop searching porn. Okay, everybody, stop searching porn out there, because stuff will good enough. But it is bad. You got to be careful what you click on at that point.
I'm gonna keep searching porn, Max. I'm not stopping.
Of course, Amos. Of course you are. Of course you are. You just do it on an air gap computer, please.
Oh yeah, no. I use a Ledger for my projects that involve
there you
porn,
go.
But
there's the biggest one. Brought to you by Ledger. No, but we should be sponsored by Ledger. We use enough of them. I have 3 here in the house, and I have close to 100 wallets now, right? It's pretty big. But there is, the Phantom wallet thing, like, don't put all your eggs in that basket. Make sure your seed phrases are all different. Make sure your privates are all kept off the system. Make sure, the wallets that you're not using all the time. It's great advice, Kev. Thank you.
Hey, Shogun, I still use paper wallets, so I'm old school.
You still use paper wallets? Are you handwriting all that stuff down on paper?
Basically.
Oh my God. All right. What about you, Cap? So what have you seen out there? Because I know you got a big world of this educational side of it. Where do you see yourself, and how do you protect yourself from the scammers that come out there?
Well, I didn't even know there was a word out there in Telegram. You know, I just use WhatsApp most of the time. Telegram opened a new word for me. As of right now, we have 2 fake capsule group going on Telegram. We have 2 other fake coins. But what we do the most is we have moderators right now, and most of the time we just ignore and block them. Right. But we got attacked all the time with, you know, just spam message or whatever. We did the safeguard, which helps us, but we still get attacked all the time. And I just educate people. Yeah. They create fake name like myself and just kind of try to, you know, get $5 here, $10 there. Hey, I'm going to do this for you. And I actually talked to a scammer once that he want to shield like on other Telegrams. And he was like, man, you know, I can create a group on a click of a button, put as many person I want. And I can create the post and put as many views on that post as I want. And I was like, you know,
that's really great.
It's like, so you want to find promotion as well, and you want to rely on those people, but it's all fake, you know, all the Twitter accounts, all fake. And they keep I feel like there's a room, and actually one of them sent me a video, a bunch of people there just doing their stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just educate people, and that's what we're about. And I realized that Capsule, a lot of people that never bought into crypto and meme coin before, they're new there. And I just educate. That's why I forgot to tell you, we had debit card payment. We're getting a lot of buys on debit card.
Right.
And they don't know anything about crypto. So we educate them. Hey, don't click here. Nobody's gonna message you directly. I do a different approach like you do. I do message people privately, but in a way, I want to get to know this person. You know, I want to, hey, yeah, can I help you? And people trust, but it's very tough. It's hard out there. All my moderators now getting messaged because they can see who is a moderator, right? But it's tough. I didn't know it was like that, and now I'm aware, and we're doing our best to, you know, get off that. It's just crazy.
Absolutely, there is. I think from my viewpoint here, because I think we got everybody covered except for the 2 co-hosts here, which they all kind of look at the same way I do. We in our network, we have something called the scammer hammer, right? You got one chance. You come and you start chilling something, you're out, right? And there's a big hammer that comes down and smacks you in the head in that mentality. You know, we are quick, you know, and especially my nighttime crew is like vicious. Like they'll come out and be like, what do you want? Out the door they go. But I think along with education, there is something that sniff test you feel, you know, if it's too good to be true, it probably usually is, right? And that's tough because there's a lot of people like Kev and myself and others that, you know, we really have the sincerity on who we are and what we are. But even you, Capsule, we're like, could you send me a message from your Twitter account, live account, to verify that process and then who you are? And it's absolute. You go into a room, like I went into a room for a major organization. Even like Pink Cell, when we first started, I went to there, I got some information. I was like trying to go through support. The scammer's sitting there, and then they make a spoof into a DM or like, oh, I'm from this, you know, send me your information. What do you need? You know, verify everything, ask the questions. And even if they do send it to you, that's poor form, right? So don't even deal. Who's ever doing that, don't even deal. Even if they are real, don't even deal with them. Right. If they really want to deal with you, they'll come to you personally. They'll come into your network. They'll verify who they are. You know, they'll send you from these different systems out there. So again, verify everything from everyone, even if it's something coming from your dev or somebody that you really trust, and they're sending you a DM. Make sure you got history with them. Make sure that you whitelist them, all that kind of stuff. There's premium channel stuff that you do with TG. There's just so many things. And I'm sure that Kev's got a whole bunch of stuff on that as well. We're going to be putting some things out here over the next couple of weeks with stuff. But Capsule, thank you so much for letting us know. Now, along with that world of scammers and shammers and all those people, Kev, you have like this whole thing, like the cat coin is fighting this mentality. I like, what do the characters look like for you? What do the bad guys look like? I've seen some, but what are they to you in the game? What kind of character are they?
You mean like what are the who are they fighting against?
Yeah, who the bad guys at? Are they hooded or what are they?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can download the game right now, but I mean, no one's going to be able to see this. But example, like,
oh yeah, I see it.
Airdrop Andy, you know, we've got Rug Pull Rick.
Oh, I love it. Poor Rick.
Pump and Dump Paul, who just looks like kind of a trashy guy from New Jersey.
Yeah, hey, wait a minute. I resemble that now. I'm from Jersey now, but I'm not. I'm from Philadelphia, but either way.
and those are just the first 3 characters, but we're like those are obviously crypto terms, and we're going to be adding, some other ones, whether it's, the imposter scammers. I got a good concept for that. But that's the idea, is
cloning
like
Carl.
we just have these basic concepts of these evil doers and do it in a fun way that can bring attention to them. But yeah, those were 3 of the worst that I've experienced so far. So I had to get them in the game first and foremost.
Yeah, I seen that kind of mentality that was in there, and I loved it. The little hooded features and the people who they are. They got the little creative name. I wanted to give you some time to tell people because I love the way that you did it. In ours, we do everything's bugs, right? Like, and the reason it came down to bugs that we were making our Shogun characters, our PFPs. And one of the, I've designed the first few ones that we have, like my original ones, and bringing them in. And they were AI generated in the very beginning. But as we started to really build and adding extra things on, I wanted to make them characters in the game. And that was almost impossible. Like there's no anamorphic game character systems out there. MetaHumans is out there. So we met with MetaHumans and we got on board with that. And we're really excited about this whole character creator system we're creating, because it basically creates our PFP in a character, which is amazing. But we made them all insects because one day, one of the other designers, he's like, I want to make a Shogun that's a praying mantis. And the little mantis paw. And I was like, nope. No, I hate bugs. I really do. I mean, I'm not a scaredy cat. I mean, I can deal with bugs, but I hate them. I know it freaks me out to even think about them. And when I seen that bug, I was like, I hate it. I don't want anything to do with it. I was like, wait a minute. That's the scammer. That's the thing for me, is the bug. Squash that bug. Get that bug. Now I know there's good bugs out there, spiders and all that stuff. But yeah, we have fun with that analogy with the bugs that are out there that are in our network. As far as everybody else, this world of education is important. You've all emulated that. And in these shows, like this little tiny series here, talking about some of the things that you've heard, from the TGs, the cloners, the people that are spoofing your name, all that stuff. These are stuff that's wildly known out there. But, again, the worst is the wallet trainers, where you put all your hard work and all that goes in. Careful what you click on. Trust but verify. Don't send any money to anybody that you don't know in this network, because stuff that you get, or even here, let me send you an airdrop, send me your wallet address, those kind of things. There's one other one that happens on YouTube a lot, that people make comments. They're like, hey, that's a great video, but I have this unusual question. I have this seed phrase that you can go and watch this shit. Don't try to help anybody with that. You're going to see it on the
scam. Right? I've been getting those comments like, all
God.
The time. Like I'm removing them constantly.
I hate it.
Yeah.
We spend hours of wasting our time because there's no bot to fix that. You can report it, but they just come up with a new name. So YouTube, get on your shit, get out there and make that stuff happen. Plus, I'm really not happy that, I thought it was just my YouTube, but it's not. It's everybody's YouTube. Very low numbers coming through streaming, which is very frustrating. Like, I don't know what's happening there. Elon's done something. Who knows, that it's popping in over there. Speaking of which, we just hit 1,200 viewers. We're really kicking ass, taking names right now. And I want to show you why this is so powerful for us. We're going to bring this up here just like this. You're going to see right there, you get all these numbers. Now, I got to tell you, a little bit of an upset here. Capso, you're bringing it up.
Let's go.
Getting it in. There it is for you. We're getting left behind there. But I want to show you this here. Let me get this message here, profile. I'm going to swing you over here so you can see this. If I go into, I'm going to hit my profile page here. Get off of that. Where is it? Come on. Normally it comes up here. I'm trying to get it up. But normally you would see a live section on the right-hand side here. I don't know why it's not doing it right now. But it would be live on X. And you would show up in there. It just had it a second ago. Of course, it's the doctor moment. Nope. Maybe if I do connect there. Nope.
Oh, you just
there it is. There it is. Okay. You can kind of see this, that there's Capsule, right? 30, Shogun, there, Hody, 182. All these things are showing in Trader Max is 39. This is on the live accounts, right? This is why your stuff is showing up here. And if you've made touch with any of us, if you've liked some of any of the other stuff, people, you're going to see these shows. This is how you do it. We followed all of you. So it shows on mine, but it shows up in my list of everybody. It's pinned right up to the top. It should be pinned right up to the top right now. The Saturday show right here, pinned to the profile for my profile. I should be doing my own. I do apologize. So there it is. It shows live on your streams. Every one of you, it shows live on the streams. This is why we're organically getting out there with 1,219 people on the show right now. YouTube doing their thing, whatever. But let me tell you, X is the way to go. Even my TikTok, now that I have something going through, only has about 10, 15 people on it, because they're doing something too with their thing that you got to be pumping it through live over there. I don't know. Who was it that was was it Because? Oh, Because is down the bottom. Because, you still there? Were you the one who was doing the live show over there on TikTok?
No, that's not me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who was doing the live show on TikTok? I forget who it was. Oh, either way. Well, listen, this is the part of the show where we came in, we talked about how do you protect yourself against scammers, and you get the world out there. And as they say, darkness can't live without light and light without darkness. But if we show enough light out there, all those little dark things out there will slowly disappear in our network. So keep in mind, we're about giving the positive energy, which people can't fight against that way. And the more that you know, the safer you are. All right. Now, let's talk about the next part of the show here. Did anybody else in the panel, Crypto Quinton, Amos, did you guys have anything you wanted to contribute in that for that last segment there?
About the scammers and how to, do you want to talk about just scammers in general, or how to protect yourself against scammers? Because I've got
anything you want to, as long as you got a couple minutes there, just anything you want to put in.
Yeah, I guess to protect yourself against scammers, like everybody said, just use your brain, use, air gapped wallet, don't click on stupid links. There's also like some crazy scams I've ran into where people post like a leading message in something, and they're like, oh, I know how to do something, or they mention it. And then if you maybe are uninitiated in this, you might message them or send them a DM, and then they have so much ready to go. Like, I've gone through this when I was first starting out. They pull you into a whole Telegram where they've got bots in there and people in there, live people pretending to be a real project, and they sell you on it. It looks real. They've got websites, they've got people in there being responsive, talking about how they're doing stuff, and then they suck you in, and then they hit you up for, Solana or something to set it up, and you're like, wait a second, you guys are full of shit. So like, like, just be careful, man. People are smart, and they are putting the most into these scams today. Like, it might not even look like a scam. Like they put a lot of effort into it. So just never send Solana, never send your keys, never send your anything. Just always protect yourself. Always look at something like it's too good to be true, like you were saying, Max, because it always is, especially in crypto.
Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, you get the ruffians they're tough out there, but people like ourselves that are here, we know what we're getting because we see it. We see the builds, we see the stuff happening. So it is in trust and but verify kind of mentality. So great. What about you, Mr. Quinton? What do you got? I know you're young in this world and young in the system, but what do you got for us? I know that you've seen your fair share of stuff.
Yeah, I've been attached to technology for most of my life. So coming into crypto, I had just some of the basics down, dealing with passwords, two-factor authentication, being able just to keep generally the important information away from any shared screens or videos like that. Like, always have multiple areas I don't ever record. But most of the specifics, like private keys and all that kind of stuff, was new to me coming in. But learning about it has been really nice, because obviously being with you, you taught me a lot in that space naturally.
To watch out for it, right? Yeah,
exactly. To keep a good head. And even when I was younger, having the laptop and going on and trying to download games and go that game's there, but it's like expensive and I don't have money. Go get a free version of it, and it was never a free version.
Nothing's ever free.
Exactly.
Quentin's over there. Quentin's downloading porn for sure. But
well, whatever.
One other thing I do, this is really solid advice. If you're getting airdrops, tokens, anything, don't interact with them, but go on the Soul Incinerator and burn them, because that is the only way to really get them out in a safe way. Because if you send them anywhere, if you interact any other way besides using the Soul Incinerator, you're at risk, and you get a little bit of soul back that you can then spend on any of the great projects here.
Well, something too with that as well. If you're unsure of an airdrop, of course, keep your wallet closed. Go make a new wallet. Make a new wallet. Then you can go in and interact with that one descriptive wallet, and that's it. And then do what he said. If you're unsure, then burn the shit out of it over at Soul Incinerator. But most of these fools now, like we had somebody that was with us for a little while. He just turned around and he airdropped. He just went down our wallet history in Deck Screener, and he just copied and paste all of the wallets that were interacting with our coin, and he just sent them all like 2 cents worth. Right. And even though that wasn't really scamming, but it is like building up his coin to look like it has holders, the whole still thing is you never know what somebody's airdropping you at that point. So I'm glad that you brought that up. So thank you.
For sure.
All
Sorry to interrupt you, Quentin. All right.
All right. So what we got next in the next portion here, and I know this is a little tougher because we have a lot of stuff to kind of discuss here, but in this next portion called the alpha portion, this is where we're going to talk about everything that's coming from your neck of the woods over the next, I'd say, couple of weeks, right? Even if it's this quarter, but keep in mind that you keep one thing in project mode, right? Like it's being built. Not that, all right, we just conceived this last night. We thought we were going to do this, but more of like we have a programmer or we got the designs down. It's on paper. It's being built as we speak. It's almost ready, because we want to make sure that the people that are watching, if you're watching here on the Shogun Gunsho, we had about 1,262 of you watching, that you're hearing what these coins are going to come out and talk about. So you can make a good investment process if you want to go over and front run some things and get on board, because nobody minds some front running. Let me tell you that right now. Get over there and get on those coins to get the money up and get that in there. Because stuff is coming on. So no sell and sizzle today. Only sell what you got cooking in the steak pan. So who do we start with? Let's see. Because you got anything coming with Sanchan?
Yeah. So we've had the community really hounding us about what's next, what's going to happen. So we're actually looking to release a formal roadmap within the next day or so.
Oh, good.
So, anyone who's been asking questions, they'll finally see what the team has been working on, and we're putting pen to paper finally. So, really excited about that.
That's good, because your pathway to where you're going is important. You already know where you've been. And as Mater says, how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you've been? Make sure that you also put that in there. What you've already done, your accomplishments up to this point. A roadmap from this point on is great. But one thing that I will tell you is when we put in our very beginning, like where we have been from to what we're going to, it let people know that we transferred from, we transitioned from one position to another and what you're coming through. So don't be afraid to show your accomplishments as well.
Thanks for that. I really appreciate the input, and I'll make sure that the team puts that down as well, because I feel like we've already accomplished a lot. So thank you. And
that is alpha, because that is something that's an improvement to your site and to your system, which allows more people to trust and invest at that point. So thanks, because I appreciate it. Peppy Cola, what do you got now? I know you got like flavors. What do you got coming out?
You're right on point, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're launching or opening up the website to actually start taking orders on the first of the month. So we're actually in our boxing stage. We're actually putting all our sodas in the boxing just so we can get ready for shipping. But in the food and beverage industry, you have to have like you have to have things in the pipeline already. So we already formulated 3 other flavors, which is a lemon lime, an orange, and a grape. So we're already getting ready to pump those out also. But something even more recent is we just inked a partnership with Kenji Coin to make their own custom Kenji Cola. So that's a nice thing that we just did yesterday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is nice.
So you're saying there might be a Shogun flavor out there?
Hey,
cherry blossom flavor?
Hey, so the Kenji one is kind of like our test run of a partnership in making somebody their custom cola. But we are definitely open up to making and producing some other colas for different brands out there.
Absolutely. We'd love it.
Yeah. I think it's a great opportunity for some of these coins to have a new revenue stream and to get their product out there and their name out there, more of a household name and having a tangible product. But I want to mention this. We are actually we are sponsoring Hotto Date. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but it's on X. We sponsored them last Thursday, and we're sponsoring them tonight. They're having a spicy Saturday night. So that's another thing that we're actually doing. So if you guys join Hotto Date, it's basically online dating for people for Web3. So we got a lot of things in that we're actually doing right now, and those are it.
I've taught my wife how to throw knives, so I probably won't be there. So you gotta be a little bit careful, you know what I mean? And plus, my son's watching, and his girlfriend's probably watching as well. So we'd probably be all dead in the brother. Even though I'm a 7th degree black belt, I don't trust a woman with a rolling pin. It's But I appreciate that for everybody else that's watching. I'm sure there's others out there that may be checking that stuff out. So make sure you check them out. All right. But thank you so much for sharing your alpha with us. I can't wait to see all the great stuff that's coming from you guys being our first food chain on the blockchain. I'm going to be using that all the time. I'm sorry. If it's yours, I'll pay royalties to it. Who knows?
No. You can use it. I like the way you say it. You make it roll right off your tongue. So that's awesome.
All right. So thanks, Pepe Cola. I appreciate you being here today and everything you're doing. Who's next in there? Who else we got? Luke the Dev. We're going to bring you out in a little bit. But Kev, what do you got in the history coming up here over the next couple of weeks? You got anything good?
Yeah, man. Good question. Actually, one thing I'm really excited about, again, with the game that we're working on this morning, I literally just submitted a new build to the App Store, which I know this is a really small screen, but essentially we are just about to release the ability for in-app payments so that as people are playing the game and they want to fast track to upgrade their skills for Hody or buy weapons, they have a way to basically pay, $5, $20 or whatever to get our in-game currency. But the cool thing about that is, this is all a play to do two things actually. One of the things that's been really on my mind with the project is helping steady the liquidity. So as we start to see this grow and we can actually build in a revenue stream, having a dedicated portion of that revenue actually go to increase our liquidity pool so that big sells or big buys don't just fluctuate the charts as crazy. So that's something I'm super excited about. Another piece that we're releasing in builds is the ability for us to basically do like code drops. And a code drop is something where we could basically on social media or in our Telegram group release these either one-time use or multi-use codes that people can go in the game and utilize to either get weapons or coins or something so that we can start engaging our community and getting them excited about checking back into Telegram, watching and sharing our X posts, and little mechanisms like that can help us push more people to download the app, play the game, and really get involved. So that's what's coming down the pipe. Amazing. Maybe early as Monday or Tuesday this week.
Wow. Okay, cool. I'm digging it because I'm a big gamer myself. I'm a game dev, building C++, been in this world for a long time with it. And one of the things I really do like is the interaction of the crypto world and the gaming net world, almost being like both degens at one point or another in their life. And I think what we have here is a strong value. Like there's all this negative connotation around pay to win bullshit, right? It's a pay to play. Have fun, right? If you want to, it's better than cheat codes, right? Back in the day, we all used to use cheat codes, up, down, left, right, left, right, whatever. But I think today, having that ability to balance that structure of crypto into the gaming network, into whatever you're doing. So as alpha goes, that's great. I can't wait to see how that is. I'm going to be downloading the game today when we get over to it. But I feel in our world, like with all of our bots and all of our systems, the balanced liquidity process, like a lot of you coins should be doing, like you already do, Kev, is get those proceeds of things that you're making and reserve a certain amount out of that. Like we take 25% of our gross profit margin that goes back to the coin in something called a buy back and back, which is instead of burning, we buy back, pair it up with liquidity and put it into our liquidity pool, and it locks in. And what that does is it stabilizes the coin value. Even us being at 1 million, we still are, we're up and down. Like when we first started, not before we started doing this, somebody would sell $2,000 with a coin and we're like, and then whatever. But now it's like, and then it buys back, right? So, and we got a great community that's just like, I'll buy that tip, give me it, right? And they just suck it up. So we've really learned a lot from those lessons. So great. I appreciate, that you're putting stuff back in your liquidity and building that structure. So I look forward to the game. I can't wait. I'm going to be playing it. We just released this little 8-hour game jam thing that I did where we're stuck here. I'm doom scrolling in this game, dropping coins everywhere. So it's a terrible time stealer, but I see playing your game is going to be a little bit more fun for us at that level. And so ours comes out, of course, and I'll be stuck there. I appreciate you sharing in that point. All right. Who else is here? I think, did we get everybody? I think we got Because, we got Pepe Cola, Luke the Dev, I guess at this point now. I mean, do we got anybody else down below? Raymond's here. Everybody's here. Okay.
Hey, Trevor Max, I would like to say something just to piggyback off what you just mentioned.
Sure.
About like being able to hold the floor or steady your coin.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about when we actually developed and came to the whole thought process of creating this brand was we have a tangible process, a tangible asset. So we're actually planning to initiate some of the traditional plays that the stock market will use. We're doing buyback. So we already understand there's a bear market that's going to be coming up. So during that time, we're going to take proceeds. Well, most likely.
I hope so, because if it goes up, it's got to come down at some time. We need better buying positions.
But yeah, we want to definitely initiate and use some of the proceeds from our cola sales to buy back some of our own coins during that time, just to give it that floor. So we're on point with you guys.
Good job. Appreciate that. All right, Luke. So what do you got? What do you got coming? Because I know you got your app and you got a lot of stuff, but what's coming out for you?
So what's coming out? I got inside into an alpha group, another one Monday. I have an interview with them, so I'm very excited about that. About 200 Wells who's going to be interviewing me for another 2 hours, just like here. So I'm very excited about that. I've never been to a formal one, like a Shark Tank of the crypto, would you call? I don't know. I did send you a video on your Telegram for iOS wallet app. If you can play, it's fine. Yeah. If not, it's okay.
Let me see if I can grab it and suck it over.
Then we have the Telegram wallet app that is coming. I don't know, the next 2 or 3 days. I just need to have some more time here.
Right.
And like I told you before, we are finishing doing our incorporation, LLC incorporation, so we can be listed on the biggest exchanges. So that should happen in the next couple of weeks. And a little bit short term, in March, we're doing another trip to Africa to build another well. So just to give a little bit of background, each well cost about $10,000. We already built one, so we're on track to build another 3 wells. But this trip, you're probably going to build another one. So I'm very excited that people are donating, they're believing, and of course we're gonna record everything. And we also sending some clothing now, probably 200, 300 shirts to Africa, and of course with our logo there. But it will help us and it help them as well. So we're very excited for the next couple of weeks, 2 weeks or 3 weeks in the making here. And people don't understand, Max, that crypto takes time. They think that is overnight.
Oh my God,
they don't understand the work behind the scenes, the momentum, the little by little have to get, and things like that. So we're very excited. We're not in a rush. We're not going anywhere. So we're excited for the next few weeks.
These things take time is the understatement of the year, because we're so used to, ever since the microwave, right? Like the potato I got to have in 6 seconds now. This ADHD swiping left, getting to your result, finding a new thing to stick your to, cry 1 second, laugh and fart the next is so tough, because keeping somebody's attention more than a few minutes, even on our own world, the Shogun, and I love all my community members. I feel like they put so much time in, but we've lost some people because the idea of a rev share network for in our community, our holders aren't rev shares. The people that come and work with us, they all receive rev share. Now, on the 31st of this month, they're just going to get their first piece of rev share, which is, I just broke my chair. There is going to be, it's very small, but it's still part of it. But with our buyback and back and our other things that we have done, it's finally now it's here. And with some things that we're launching today, which we'll talk about here in our alpha portion, which is pretty big. And we still got some stuff that we're testing. So there's going to be another show in an hour from the top. So about 4 o'clock. And I'm inviting everybody here that you can come back. You'll see on our Twitter that this will be there, but it's going to be our launchpad system. But in the world of, it takes time to build this stuff. People don't realize how much. Yes, Kev makes it look easy. We make it look easy, but it's You know, it's these things that there's a lot of work that went into that. That dog year mentality is real because it takes an effect on us, the builders, to build this stuff. And even though that we are, ooh, squirrel, let me build that thing now, it still takes a lot to make it come to fruition and get to that level where it gets sustained. And I think that's what really a lot of the people that are watching, you want to see reactions and results, and that's important. But you also have to know that if you order a house, you can't pay the money and tomorrow run across the street and expect the foundation to be sitting there. That thing takes a really long time to build, right? Compared to the rest of the house. So I want everybody to remember that no matter what you're building, your community that's backing you, that you got to be forthcoming. You got to tell them what's going on, be transparent like you all are, and just let them know. People are patient if they're informed. So communication is key.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, especially the exchanges. The exchange, they need to verify, is this guy real? Is this coin real? So it takes time to get out the verification as well. So people need to take that in consideration.
Validation is tough nowadays, but yes, you're absolutely right. All right, in our little portion here today, and during this entire thing, I talk about Shogun a little bit because I don't want to ever make this up. It is the Shogun Gunsho. Let's be real, right? But I always want to make sure that I'm very conscious of all your time and what you guys have done, and I really appreciate everybody being here. But I'm going to take this last few minutes. If you bear with me, please, just for a second, because in building these things, there's a sign of trust and value that comes from all of us. We all see it. You know, you go to a piece of software and it says, be careful, this could be a sham. And that's absolutely. In Phantom systems, it's called Blowfish. And there's a validation system out there and they verify everything that we do. So if you do see that while I'm showing you this stuff, it's probably just because of that. Okay. But secondly, there is a mentality that I've learned a long time ago, and I have to thank the man up here, Mr. Kev here, for this mentality behind it, is that I'm making a second coin, not because I want a new coin, I want to make money, but I'm doing something called the subcoin ecosystem structure. And what this is this coin that we're releasing today, and I'm very worried not saying the name, you know, but it is Shogun. So it's CHOGIN. And yes, it is going to launch on Pump Fund, but not in the way you think, right? Because one of the things that I did out there, even though we released our main Shogun coin through Pink Sale, I hate Pump Fund. Hate it. Hate it with such a passion that I made something that makes it safer. And what I did is that I made Pink Sale basically for Pump Fund. We create a system that we call the Shogunix, and it's a launch pad through Shogunix. Now, that system there is powerful. And what it does is that it creates a launch pad system through that network. And I'm going to take you over and show you what this looks like. That's going to happen just in 1 second. Now, we're battling some little last minute things, so please bear with me as we show this off. But I'm going to try to get my ugly mug up here. Let me see. Get back in here, put it right where you are at, and then share it right here. And let me do it down here, show you here. Now, the Shogunix system, this is the launchpad process. I haven't started the funding yet, but what this is like a Pink Sale mentality, right? You'll see all different types of things down here. You know, what the coin is, a little bit of history on it, the video, all this stuff. And what this will do is that we'll fund it. Like we're going to fund 30 SOL through this process. And this will take it as a fair sale right over to Pump Fund once once it's funded. And then I said, go over to Pump Fund, it'll deliver it to Pump Fund, and it will protect it. It will be unruggable over on Pump Fund, which means like nobody who joins into this process. And right now today, we're launching Shogun, the silver coin, as a commerce coin. And what this will mean is that once it launches on Pump and it hits Radium, and it's going to hit Radium fast, because there's going to be a lot of people on that other side, because it's unruggable, I can't pull any of the money out. Okay, the only way I can pull money out is through time or value. The first half hour, nothing can come out. And this is for every coin that launches through this will get some benefit from us, either through using our services or our systems or what have you. They all have to be approved in this first phase. So I'm not asking anybody to go and make a coin yet, right? But we're making this coin. This is going to be our commerce coin. This means when this fires off and it goes into Pump and it hits Radium, once it's available, every dollar that you have spent for it is used twice as much in our services network. So if you have $100 worth of Shogun, you will be able to use $200 worth of our services by just giving us Shogun. You can exchange it for double that rate of that mentality of that multiplier. So we do this because there is a powerful solution for us, which is one, we want to protect people who are using Pump Fund. And so now you can launch your Pump Fund deals that are out there. And this is not for any of the coins that are here. And if you're watching this, you already have a coin. This may not be for you yet, right? But if you're going to be launching a coin, if you're watching this and you've always wanted to launch a coin, why not join the people that actually can help you build a coin? Now, we can help you build it, whether it's in Pump Sale or Pump Fund, Pink Sale, Strike the Radium. We've done them all. Right. And we have the experience and the value behind it. We learn a lot of stuff from the man down there, Kev, as well. So you go watch his YouTube channels on how to build stuff out there. But we built this because nobody else would. Nobody else would put this value out there. Now, the proof's in the pudding is in the eating. How could we have a utility company if we didn't have a coin? That's where we made Shogun. How could we have something that we can protect and make a commerce coin? This is why we're making Shogun, which is the silver coin. Now, we have 5 coins that'll be launched over a period of 6 months that will have different values from silver. The most primary one is rice. And that's the one that we're going to be buying and own a large amount of that supply, even more than we own here at Shogun, because we want to be able to control that value so we compare other coins to make it a stable environment. Now, that's all happening at 4 o'clock. There's going to be a show that we're going to put out in our Twitter account that will invite people to the show if we're able to get to the point that I have everything on board and ready. I don't want to fire haphazardly because we have a lot of people invested in this network. But that commerce coin is going to come out and you're going to be able to use it to buy all kinds of things from our web services, from Panther Pilot, which is where you can build websites and engineer social interactions, portals. That's free for now, but there are paid services back there that you can use, that 2-to-1 Shogun back there, rather than just paying us USD or Sol or what have you. The network is so powerful with that we already have people that are already ready to load up on the front through Pump, even though I gave them some people chances to do it from the backside. But everything that we're doing on the backside, we're holding to keep the stability of the coin above 500 million coins in that process. So I look forward to what's about to happen with this. As an end to this little segment of the alpha, our games, all of the other stuff that we're building, I'm emulating just like everybody else. We're doing in Android, we're doing in iOS, we're building all this stuff out. Our big game is phase 1 alpha. So the character creator, everything on, you can see where all that is at by going over to shoguncrypto.com and looking at the network that's in. Oops, sorry. I had it up there real quick. But the process here is that you go over there, you have a look around, look through our entire website on everything that there is, because there is so many things to look at. Remember, I'm an addicted builder, just like everybody else. So you'll be able to see, let me pop it up right here. You'll be able to see so many different things from our services. There's our web forge where you can buy the services at later on. If we launch tonight, then Monday, all these connected values will be there. Here's where you signed in for the gun show. Here's where the games are at. You know, we have a lot of little fun here. There's the characters that are being created, the little demo of the game, all that kind of good stuff. We even have a community network that you can join. All this was built by our Shogun WebForge network, our Panther Pilot series, to where you can come in and grab on and be a part of any one of these communities and say your piece and be a part of that network as well. All right, so that's basically all of our stuff from there. As the end part here to the show, Shogun Gunsho, 1,390 people, almost got to 1,400, but that's okay. It's not always about all-time highs because there's a lot of people that are watching this. We're getting a lot of great people watching right now. Let me pop it here. There we go. Shogun Crypto sitting at 366. Capsule Crypto kicked it with 416. Amazing. Cat Cartel 202. Pepe Cola 230. All the YouTube channels combined. I love it. That's a number I'm going to pay on like the power 3 now. And Because Future, absolutely. Thank you so much. We're 104. Now, at the end portion of the show here today, I just want to give everybody, all of our panelists, and even our sponsor, an opportunity to say their final pieces, if you will. Anything that you want to contribute to the conversation, to the world, anything about what you've seen today, what you see for the future, or anything. And at this point, we're going to start with Pepe Cola for any final statements that you may have.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me up here. This is an awesome experience. It's nice to see you, Kev Dev, one of our, we're on the same platform with the meme deck. So nice to see you over there too. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's listening and supporting all these awesome projects up here through all the platforms, YouTube, X, and others. For us, Pepe Cola is a real thing, a nice cola you can have in your hand. This is in real life. Hop over to pepecola.me and place your orders. We'll be opening up orders in about 10 days. Grab a nice cold pack, sip it, and hit us up on X and let us know how you enjoy the flavor. That's straightforward. Not much to say about that.
There you go, man. That's it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here today. Because from Sanchan, you have anything final you would like to bring out and let people know?
All right. If there's anything I got, it's we've seen many Shibas blow up in this space. We are the first time you can actually watch the Shiba grow as the community grows with it. And dude, we just want to share our positivity with everyone. So even if you decide not to invest, dude, give Kantaro a follow and just enjoy his journey. Let him put a smile on your face.
Well, I look forward to seeing how his journey pans out. We'll be following you along. We're going to be reaching out to you as well with a lot of great stuff. And I can't wait to see what's going to come in. If we ever get a chance to interview, that'd be awesome as well. But I appreciate you being here today, Because.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, Kev the Dev, man, what an awesome experience meeting you finally. And after everything I've watched and seen, it's to see the man himself here is really appreciated.
Shit, man, I gotta like make my hat a little bigger after this one.
Yeah, you're gonna about to be able to get out of that office.
The last thing I'm gonna share is an extreme amount of gratitude for a lot of the people that I met in the Hody/Cat Cartel project. And so really I want to end with DGen Boss, Joseph, King. You guys are just so awesome on the community side. So happy and thrilled to have you as part of the team. The energy that you've all put into making this coin, this project happen has been instrumental to what will become its success. So, dude, I'm just full of gratitude. And then all of the other community members that have been hanging in, to name a very few, Alex, Will, PJ Dreamer, who's been instrumental in the community lately, Cornell, Kitty, Trim, like all of you have really made this whole journey so much more awesome for me to just be a part of. Continuing to build and do my part. So thank you so much for all that you're doing. And I'm going to end on that. I just got a maximum amount of gratitude for everyone here in this community and all of you that are on the stream right now, watching this and participating on the panel. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If we had a chance to thank everybody that helped us get here, this would be a 17-hour show, and it would be
yeah, totally.
It would look like a buzzsaw of information.
Yes, I would like to thank you for this award.
I would like to thank my third grade teacher, the lady who did not murder me in the back office of. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Kev, you're great. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your community with us is always a big important thing as well. As my co-hosts go. Mr. Amos, what do you got for us as an ending parting statement of anything that you need to bring to the table here to let everybody know?
I do know that Amos is getting ready for a celebration of life as well. So he wanted to still stay around and listen in, but I don't know if he's going to be able to talk
That's
too
understandable.
much.
That's understandable. Mr. Quinton, as being one of the youngest people probably here on the panel, I'm biased, of course, but what do you have to share with us at the end here for what you've seen in the show and everything that we brought in today?
Honestly, I'm loving it more and more as time goes on. I'm getting better with being able to navigate everything. This time around, I was able to get into some of the Telegram groups before the show really started to get a good idea of who some of my panelists were, who some of the who our sponsor was today inside of Capsule, and I was been in there this whole time. And the more I look around, the more I see fantastic work from everyone. I think definitely from Capsule, it was super impressive to see their community work because overall, some of the highest levels of interaction. Like I got into their group 5 minutes in, it was already like 20 plus messages from other people just hyping up the show today.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you could definitely tell they worked for that position in the viewership role today. And then definitely going into Hoodie, they're super, super supportive in there. Going in, saying good morning, I was instantly greeted, shown what they were. Their bots in
Absolutely.
there are fantastic to be able to show that. And then just everyone else does a fantastic job. I say it every single time. It's a fantastic community here, and you guys are what make it better.
You're absolutely right. There's so many things that we are thankful for here, and one of them is the availability to have technology and get where we're going through. As a final note here with our sponsor, Mr. Luke, I can't thank you enough for contributing to this network and what you have done. Thanks for being here today. Do you have anything final you would like to say and tell everybody?
I do. It might be a little bit longer, but I'll make it short. Just thank you for the community. Like, I was not expecting over 500 people, because sometimes it takes us 5 minutes to get somebody to retweet something or like our tweet, you know, on Telegram. But I just want to say that Capsule is more than a crypto. It's a movement. It's a vision and a community-driven project. Like, together, we overcame so many challenges through this last 2 weeks that it was crazy. Just a little bit of our journey. We bonded in 7 minutes. The next day, we survived 1 minute to 100K down, pump and dump. Then we got our debit card. We got verified on Phantom. We got listed on CoinGecko. We stayed green through the Trump madness, which was crazy. I missed that, of course, because I was focused on Capsule. We raised over 30K in charity, and we survived another pump and dump from 2 to 6 million. I never saw my wallet so green, and I didn't sell one thing the whole time. And we got a KOL as well, and now we're open the LLC. And here, the most important for me, that I'm live here with you now, Max, and with all the other amazing guys here that I'm getting to meet. And I believe this is just the beginning. The potential of Capsule is limitless, and with our community, we can go. I know the sky's the limit, and every idea that people share, I'm open to feedback. I'm open to learn from you guys. Kev the Dev, I would love to connect with you. Every other guy here in the panel. I think that'll be wonderful. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward for the next phase of the next season of Capsule.
Absolutely, and I see that very soon. I see a lot of everybody here who has some great ideas and concepts what we're building. That's why we try to keep alpha to the state, not the sizzle. There's some great stuff that's there, and I appreciate all of you. As a final statement from me personally, it's not just the gratitude that I feel for all of you for being here and helping us make this show a success. I never look at the overall number as a failure or a success. I look at everything, even if we were just shilling to one person right now, it means that we got an opportunity to change a single person's life. Every person that's here today, you're not only seeing it here, but it goes past where the show is right now. We have 1,452 people watching right now, but where the reach is going to come from is much past. Share the show out there, get it as to as many people as possible to show what you have. We're going to be sending you little clips of it with timestamps in there from our YouTube video version of it. Go help us get YouTube up there, because for some reason they're not doing something in Shadowban. So we're going to find some ways to do it better. But that's the way it goes, right? So we'll change. If everything, guess what we got to make, Kev? We got to make a YouTube now. We got to make a YouTube network if we have to, right? That's what builders do, right? They go and they change their own world. They don't allow anybody else to just do it themselves. So as a final note to all of you, is find your passion, double down on that, triple down on what you love to do. They do say that you don't work a day in your life when you do something you love, but you also don't get a day off either. So make sure that you do get a chance to get out there and touch grass, raise the hands to the sky, do whatever you got to do that makes you and fills your soul every day. Contribute the best way you can. Don't over leverage yourself. And what else? Eat healthy. Right? Sitting in this chair for 17 hours a day isn't healthy. You got to get out there and get some stuff. I go out and I work at my dojo. I have a lot of stuff. Mr. Quinton and I do a lot of stuff that's active. Get out there and have fun today. Take some time. We have a show at 4 o'clock. Hopefully we're going to put it on a thing, whether or not it's been postponed or not. I got to leave here to go do some of that to get everything ready. As a final thank to Mr. Quinton and Amos and everybody else, we thank you all for being here. We have this statement. The best revenge is living well. That means all those haters and skaters out there that are trying to say that you can't do it, all those fudders and dudders that are out there, get rid of them by just living well. Blind them with the lightness of your greatness and not the things that are, hurting you, because you'll get through all that. We are not a subject of what happens to us. We are a subject of what we do from what happens to us. So get out there, experiment, fuck up, fail, and then succeed and keep pushing forward. I'm Trader Max. I appreciate you all my panelists. Stick with me here. Don't just let out, because we'll do a little backstage thanks as well to all of you. But make sure that you pay attention. We're going to be here on Tuesday as well as that show that's going to be here at the top of at 4 o'clock era. We hope to see you there. If not, then we're definitely going to be it on Monday, guaranteed, or even Sunday. We'll keep you apprised. Thanks a lot to everybody. I'm Trader Max. This has been the Shogun Gun Show. And as always, live well.